Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Welcome to this week's vlog for one man and his boats. So good morning guys, thank you very much for joining us here on One Man and His Boat, and as you can see we're still in the old harbour in Dunbar. Oh dear me, oh my. We are still trying to get the boat finalised for going back to sea, but I'm hoping this vlog we're going to get something done. I've just got engine work to do, then we've got to blitz the inside of the boat down, and then it's emergency snatch and grab really. Hurricane Horatio, I keep saying Horatio, it's Humberto, has left the Atlantic and is now heading to the UK, and it's going to be a few hours before it hits, and it's broken itself into 3 separate storms. One gets stronger after the other, and that's to hit tomorrow. So today my plan is get this boat to the stage that I need it to, get out, get some sea trials done, grab 2 fleets, because I've got 2 fleets that are just off the harbour that are the double eye creels, so they don't fish leftover time anyway. Well, don't fish as well anyway. And get them into the pier, and then basically that'll be us, because once again we are fighting the tide. The tides are in neap, that means at their smallest, but at the same time, it's always a race against time, it really is. And even though I have this plan in my head, anybody that's watched the channel before will know that plans never go according to plan. So I'm going to shut up, I'm going to try and get on with this boat, trying to get it finished, or to at least a stage that we are happy with, and let's hope we can get to sea. So stay tuned guys. Right guys, unfortunately the rain's come on, and I had to put the cameras away for getting the engine room finished. Now we're at the stage now that we're going to go and clean the boat up, because basically when I changed over the hydraulics for the steering, there was a wee bit of spillage, so we need to tidy that up before we can even think about going to sea. So I'll just go and untie the ropes, get round the other round the corner there. Let's get the boat squared away, and then hopefully we can get out to sea and get these 2 fleets in. Now because the tides are neap, very small indeed, we have to be very careful about what we're doing here, because there's a lot of rubbish in the harbour. It doesn't take a lot to get into your screw. Just basically bored kids. Now the reason we have to move round the corner here is this is the only point that you can actually get electricity and water at the same time. In fact, I'm in two minds whether just to go just to see, and I'll do this another day because it's just so wet. It really is. In fact, that's what I might do. It's nothing that can't wait for another day. Poor sea breeze here. Engine blew up. Insurance isn't paying out, as far as I know anyway. You know what they're like. Any excuse not to actually pay, even though you've paid into insurance for many, many years. So unfortunately, the poor soul's sitting here waiting. Right. Enough of that. We'll do it another day. Let's go to sea. Right, I'm going to run through and open the bridge now. Right, let's get out of Dodge. I need to be careful because the buyer's filling his ponds up with the water, and with the tides being as low as they are, if you kick up too much water, it'll go right into his tanks. So we don't want to do that. Don't want the buyer upset, do we? That's it. What the hell? Very useful navigation aid, but does not. Tires out of place. Autopilot's not working. Right, I'll deal with that once I get through. Technology, honestly. Pardon my French. All this time and effort wasted on it and it's still fanning about. Lynsey says, why can you not say nice things on your channel? They're not out here doing. I say that to everybody that says that I'm grumpy. I am grumpy. There's a reason for that. Fishing is supposed to be nice, relaxing. It used to be. Now it's just fight for your own existence. I said that to the top fellow of the Scottish Government for the fisheries when I had that meeting. couldn't even look me in the eye. It's just, it's hard work. Anyway, we're no grown. What are you thinking of our 360 camera? Is everybody enjoying it? We've got a new position for it now. Jeff's hoping that it'll block out whatever it was blocking out before. You'll get the full 360 experience, that's what he's hoping for. Hey, look, we're in the new harbour, lovely. At long last. We just need to put the bridge back down and get the stuff out of the van, and then we can go to sea and grab these two fleets. And luckily enough, they're just off the harbour. We're not keeping anything today, but we'll talk about that in a wee minute. What's it? Right, there you go. Close. Right, there we are. Right, got it working. You just had to go down a menu. It's because it's not been on for a couple of days. That's probably what it is. And I'm new to it, so it'll be an experience. Old guys in technology, didn't mix. Before I go anywhere, I'm going to check my hydraulics. There you go. Right, let's leave town. Let's go. You don't get much look at the front now because of my nice new light. movement. Speed data missing. Camera other way. As you can tell, it's still raining. And I'm apologising now, guys, but we need to get another vlog out there for you to get this on Saturday. Yeah, I'm hoping it's that one and that one. Fingers crossed. It's great to be back at sea. Slight lift coming from the southeast. That's meant to increase as the day goes on as well. So that's another reason why I want to get this done and dusted before I can. Look, no hands. Now my biggest concerns is obviously when this mini hurricane comes through. Like I said at the beginning, it's split sail into 3 parts, so it's going to be over like 4 or 5 days. So that means tied up again. But at least we're ready to go now, once we get everything washed, of course. That's perfect, right. So my first fleet is about 15, 16 fathom out. So it'll be good to see how the pots are fared lying all this time, because that has been over a month, well over a month now, since I was last at sea. And that is exactly why I'm not going to keep what's in the pots. Everything's going to get chucked over the side, because everything will be sick. It'll be just limping. You'd be bloody just on death's door as well if you hadn't ate for a month. They'll probably have ate each other. So, yeah, first couple of days when I get back properly, it's just going to be very interesting. Right, now I need to scan for rains. So do prepare for raindrops lying on your screen. There's not much I can do about that. This is actually nice. I've never had an automatic pilot since the rock hopper, so it's been a good few years. Yeah, that menu that came up when I was through the old Harbour, didn't worry about Grumpy Barry. That was just menus and selections. Too many options. Why can't they just have a point and go? Yeah, so I'm sorry about the camera facing the other way now, and you're having my floodlight in the road. I was thinking about lowering it, but I need it as high as I can to get the proper beam that I can, so I can see the ends when the mornings are a little bit darker. Daylight is not until about 10 to 7 now. Wow, that's exactly why we're bringing gear in. If no, we're going to be out here all day. Yeah, back to manual control. Hey, there we go. Right, okay. It's like being back out for the first time again, you ken that? Right. Silver balls, silver balls. Yeah, so as this thing's coming up from the southwest, as it goes further into the North Sea, we'll get some kick down for the north, so it's going to be rather interesting what this storm's going to do. Is this going to be our first winter proper storms? That's the 1st of October today for us. So, yeah, Halloween month. And there's still a lot of gear out here, guys. A lot of gear. Right, I'm hoping that I can remember correctly, and these first two fleets are going to be the double-eye creels. I'm sure I brought them up this way to go in. Anyway, we'll see, we'll see. Right, let's go. Ba, ba, ba. Now I'm expecting this gear to be muddy, yucky. I'm just hoping the bottoms are okay and not being eaten by worm, but we'll see. Tell you what, steering's nice and light now. Yeah. Right guys, I'll get you down. Ding-a-ling. Da-da-dee. Da-da-da-da-da-dee-dee-dee. Like I said, nice and clean. You can come and have a look. Because they've been lying so long, and we have the two eyes, there's absolutely nothing in there. We've got a wee slavery bucky, or a whelk, as it's called elsewhere. So yeah, I'm hoping that's what the rest of the gear's going to come up like. We'll put that on the pier to dry out, because obviously, as you can see, the rope is minging. And they'll get washed and then taken up the farm for the winter. La la la. La la la. La 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 la. Wee swimming crab, velvet crab. Probably a sized lobster.
Aberdeen Gilsco, we'll just say again your vessel name, alright?
Nice to see I've wired up my radio correctly. Oh dear. Same again, swimming crab and baby lobster. Now the single eye parlours and the big parlours, they should still have stuff in them, but for these wee creels, I mean, it's over a month since they were last tall, so yeah, can't expect much else. It just shows you how sustainable these types of creels are. Well, look at that, that's a beautiful yinty. I know everybody thinks I'm throwing away a lot of money now, but the prices since I was last out haven't risen that much. Still summer prices with autumn landings. It's mental.
Air conducting controls underwater. Closure in position. 56 degrees, 1, 2, 3, north, 0, 0 degrees, 2, 3, north, west. In 2 hours, 6, 1, 2, 0, 0, 9. All vessels are request to remain 1,500 meters clearance from this position. Further information, please contact following VH channel 16 or 13 for without.
Now, if you didn't understand that, basically, once again, they are actually going to be doing underwater explosions. Now, this is the turbines going in up at Kilkenny. They're running the cable up there. That's way up the 34th, and they're going right through all the prawn grounds, right through all the lobster grounds and everything. And in the summer there, for a whole month, every frickin' day, that's what they're doing. Underwater explosions, underwater explosions. You tell me that these turbines are green, I tell you, because you're being fooled. You really are being fooled. It takes 1,000 litres of oil just to run one of those things for a week. Honestly, crazy the numbers. But the turbines will tell you they're all green. And the turbines will tell you, oh, there's still plenty of fishing to be had when these switch on. When actually this week, scientists down in Wales had done a proper research on these, because we've been asking for years since the idea about this come in, because we've heard about what happened in the USA. And obviously the turbines are calling your bluff. This is good, you can do this, you can do that, and you can do the other. Well, you can't. It's basically a physical impossibility because the fishing dies. They get drawn to that electromagnetic pulse, and it is now official, and they sit and hibernate, and then because they're not feeding, they die. So there you go, there's your green turbines for you guys. Then on land, it might be a different story, but at sea, you've got to remember this is a whole different world. And it's 4 times the amplification of what everything else is outside the Bowman Sea. So, and that's on our hearing. Imagine what it's like for whales, dolphins and all the rest of it. Exactly. But don't worry, it may all come to light, because apparently they're going to be there in January to plead their case. Well, no plead their case. They're going to answer some fishermen's questions about XYZ. And I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to ask for physical proof, and I'm going to ask for it in writing, and I'm going to ask them to publicise it to the public, so everybody can make up their own mind how green turbines are at sea. Oh, no, but booze! Woo! Right, you better get out of here quite fast. Come here. Right, kids. Look at that. Whee! Brown crab galore! God, I should be landing this. God, I just put a hair across your lens. I'm so sorry, guys. This is not the vlog I intended. Oh, the deck's going to be all slippy with mud and everything. Yeah. At least I don't have to clean the bait bags out. That's a plus. So once we take these 2 fleets in, we'll have 7 fleets left in the water. I might take it down to 6 again like we did last year and just work in between the weathers. But I have a funny feeling, a very, very funny feeling in my bones that it's going to be a year like it was about 4 years ago. The Storm Harbour and Storm Babette. I reckon it's going to be a right harsh winter, I really do, because we've had the weather far too good for far too long. And if I'm wrong, well, I'm wrong. I just got a funny feeling in my bones, I really have. Oh, look at that, guys, eating out. Oh, shame. Look at that baby Scott lobster. Can you see that okay? See, everyone gets a chance to live on one man in his boat. Lovely, huge lobster. Soft as anything. I don't care if you can hear that. Absolutely soft as a pancake. So she's just recently changed her shell. That's strange at this time of year, but hey oh. God, there's another one in there. Telephone, but she's pregnant and all. Shame. Right, last creel. Last creel. Oh, it's a bit of weed. Seriously, would have got something out of that fleet like. But I don't like to give my buyer sick lobsters. They look pretty lively when you take them out of the creel, but a few minutes into the air, they usually go ah. Right. There's fleet number 2. Excellent. There. La la la. Da da dee. Right. Right, let's get back to the harbour. I can't believe how light my steering is. Like I say, for everybody that's new to the channel, I just replaced the whole steering system. Increased the thickness of the steering pipe in that as well. Not the inside diameter, as some of our viewers have commented on, just the outside diameter, and it was all due to I fitted a full Vitas system when I launched the boat, but over time it's proven that on the right colder days the oil must thicken up, and it takes a lot to turn the wheel, to turn the ram and all the rest of it, because the frost affects the oil basically. It takes a wee while for it to warm up to work correctly. Whereas now I've got the hydraulic hose instead of just silly wee plastic stuff. Everyone should be hunky-dory. He says in hope. Right, tell Lynsey I'm heading in now. Safety first and all that jazz. I'm sorry this is not the vlog you're kind of looking for, guys, but it is what it is. I mean, Jeff and I are to the wire now. You're absolutely up to date with everything. And now we're getting to that time of year, we're going to have to pick and choose our days we're going to sea, so we have to be careful as well. So now that the boat's ready to rock and roll, we need to get every day in as we can. I don't even know what the... Oh, look. Everything's all seized up. Jeez. What was I saying there? Oh, I can't remember. Couldn't have been that interesting. So at least we've got the first fleet. That's good. Second fleet's here because we've seen the flag ends. What it's like further east when we go another day, who knows. I tell you what, and where the ground, some of these creels are, they better watch that weather. Because I think that it's the strength of that third part of the storm. I mean, normally when it goes red and purple, you've got to be wary, but when it goes like light blue and nearly white, that means very strong winds, and they're not sure of the track of this storm that's coming in, or three storms as we're talking about. So we have to be careful as well, because it's actually getting fed from the north of us as well, and by Saturday it's going to be absolutely screaming. They're talking 50, 60, 70 mile an hour plus winds. I reckon it'll be more. I reckon if it gets fed the way I think it's going to get fed, I reckon you're talking about 100 plus winds. And as that moves over the North Sea, that'll kick it down from the north for us, which will give us all sorts of swell and bother and more bother and lots of bother, especially how close everybody's fishing into each other. Ah, for goodness sake. Stupid wee boats. I'm going to have to go back and sort of tend the route. It's went and drifted past the ladder that I need to get to. Dag damn it. Be back in a minute, guys. Hello, Sammy. There are two Sammy seals in the harbour this morning. Wing. Morning. And here we go again. Hey! How you doing for battery life, guys? Ah, you're alright. You're fine. Lovely jubbly. Right, number one done. That's the only thing about this time of year. So everybody's bringing their gear in. I mean, the Pier's full of them already, so that's good. Less pressure on the ground. But see this in and out nonsense. But you have to do what you have got to do to try and save the gear. Because at the end of the day, your gear's your bread and butter. So you don't work a lot of gear at this time of year because of the storms. Because if you get wiped out, that's you're done. It takes a long time, unless you've got a lot of money, to build your gear back up. I mean, that took 5 years for us to actually get to where we needed to be. 5 years. Yes, I could have budgeted it a lot better, but I was trying to build a business on top of trying to budget a business, which is harder to do. Where's he going? There's a huge ship just come in here. It's back of the Harbour. In fact, there's two of them. Two of them steaming in. What on earth's that all about? No hands again. Whoa! Autopilot, eat your heart out. Wee drinky poos as well. Got to keep the energy up, especially me being an old man now. But according to some of my viewers, I'm just a youngling. I got a cheat to be tired. Mind you, I had a late night last night. I was out celebrating my mother's 72nd birthday, and unfortunately I got a row. So yeah, she says everybody that's boiled Larry the lobster, you went and put their name on it and threw the lobster over the side, but you've not done my name yet. So if you get a lobster in this one's going to be for you, Mum. Oh dear me, am I? Yeah. She keeps me on my toes, that you like. Yeah. I felt pressured. I was sitting at a table full of females. Mind you, once I had something to eat, they were all happy. Especially when I was fitting the bill. Never mind. I had a good night, and that was the main thing. It's good to break away from the work scenario and concentrate on family at times. Because after all, that's what we do this job for. Sometimes I feel like I should come back out for the third fleet. But I can't remember if that third fleet was one to come in or one to stay out. Because I've got certain crews that I want to bring in, ones with decent bottoms and that. And leave the old stuff out, because if it does get swished, then that's not such a hardship. But if your new creels get smashed, it brings a tear to your eye. It really does. I mean, you can make all the plans you want. Mother Nature will sort you out. She decides, not you. And I can't thank you guys enough for all your wonderful comments over the weeks. I mean, it's nice to know, actually, that even some fishermen are on the same page as I. They can see the problem, they know that the ground's getting overfished, and they work it to the best of their ability for their families and that. But what help do we get from the government about controlling it? Absolutely zero. And I'm talking more about creel work here. As for the fishing, I can't comment on as much, kind of the bottom trawling and all the rest of it, carry on, because I'm not in that anymore. Don't get us wrong, I'd love to be. However, the reports have been quite interesting. There's only 2 prawn boats left in Dunbar. One of them you just seen coming in there this morning, the Arcturus. And the other boat's a Kingfisher 33, run by my good friend Kevin. Now, Kevin has been struggling to actually catch any prawns. Now, he's changed wires, he's changed sweeps, he's adjusted nets, and he still can't seem to fish. And at this time of year, there should be certain areas that are absolutely fully populated with prawns, and there's nothing. Whether that's to do with it being such a hot summer this year and the temperature of the water's up, or the one I'm going to point out is these bloody turbines with their electromagnetic things. Then you've got blasting and cable laying and all sorts of havoc going on within the sea. I mean, the animals are it doesn't take much to knock the balance off, and that's what humanity does. They only care about themselves, they don't care about everything else that's going on around about them. I've said this before, every other bit of nature works with nature, man always works against it. And it's sad, and it's all for that. And it's not for the good of the planet, if it's for the good of the planet, I wouldn't be in the sea to begin with. And it's just mind boggles. Anyway, we're at our second end. Let's see what's in this. Know that we're keeping it in anyway. So let's see what condition everything's in. I'm hoping this is my second fleet with a double-eyed creel. It should be if my memory serves me correctly. But I can't what my memory's getting like these days. All foggy. Oh look, we've got a brown bum. God, that's tight, that's on the bottom. We've got a brown bum, look. How you doing, you alright? Please be the double eye creels. Yay! It's the double eye creels, guys. Woo!
All ships. Not a bit of forward.
Right. Oh, there we go, guys. It's been called Storm Amy apparently, and it's coming to get us. That was Lynsey just gave me an update right there. So we're going to get something. Oh, behave yourself. Storm Amy, yeah. Looks like the rain's going to come as well. So guys, I'll say my goodbyes for now. It might not be the end of the vlog, but I need to prep just in case. So if you like this video, guys, I'm sorry it's short. Please give it a thumbs up. Please write a comment below if you have any questions. And please, please, please subscribe to the channel, because that's always very helpful in YouTube land. Until your next vlog, my friends, you all take care of yourself. All the very best.